Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Homemade. And today, you all, we are making peanut butter cookies. Now, I know that I posted a recipe for peanut butter cookies before, but this particular recipe, it is a little different. We are going to use our hand mixer with this, and we are going to heat up our peanut butter. Now, heating up the peanut butter does give the cookie a different consistency. Other than that, everything is basically still the same. Now, we are going to make a small batch of these, and when I say a small batch, it'll make probably about a dozen of these, just the medium size peanut butter cookies. But you all, they are awesome. So we'll go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to combine our butter and our sugar. Now, in here, I've melted 1 stick of butter, and I did let it cool for about 5 minutes. So you can see it's not really hot because we don't want it to be too hot because we don't want it to cook our eggs. We're going to pour that in there. And for our sugar, I have 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and I also have 3/4 cups of brown sugar. So we're going to put our sugars in with our butter. We are going to mix this. And I'm just mixing this on high speed, you all. I want to make sure that all of my sugar and my butter is combined really well, that there are no lumps in here. Alright, now that I've combined my butter and my sugar, I am going to go ahead and heat up my peanut butter, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it in the measuring cup, and I'm going to pop it in the microwave. Now, my measuring cup is plastic, make note of that. So I'm going to pop this into the microwave for about 30 seconds because I do want my peanut butter to kind of liquefy before I add it to my mixture. While I'm heating up my peanut butter, I am going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And I am going to add 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. And please note that my eggs are room temperature. That's really important. My eggs are room temperature. Before I add in my peanut butter, I am going to give it another quick whirl because, again, I don't want to cook my eggs with the hot peanut butter. And you can see the peanut butter did kind of liquefy, and you want it to be soft. So, that is the point in heating the peanut butter. That's just a little trick that I've learned. And you all, they smell so good already. So now that that's mixed in really well, I'm going to cut my mixer off, and I'm going to add in my flour. I have 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, I added a 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda. I added a pinch of salt, and I also added 1 tablespoon of corn starch. Now, we are not going to use our mixer to combine our flour. We are going to just use a rubber spatula just to kind of fold in the flour to the mixture. And you want to just make sure that you keep folding it in until all of your flour disappears. And it will be a soft batter, you all. So don't worry about that. Or should I say a soft dough. So now that all of my flour has disappeared, I am going to put a lid on this and I'm going to pop it into the fridge for at least 45 minutes to an hour. You can do 2 hours, but I wouldn't recommend doing over 2 hours if you want the consistency that we're trying to achieve with these cookies. Alrighty, I'm gonna pop this into the fridge. I'm gonna set my timer. We're gonna come back, put these onto our baking sheet. We are going to bake these for 15 to 20 minutes on 325 degrees. We are back. Our cookies have been chilling in the fridge for about 35 minutes. And now we are just going to prepare them for our preheated oven, and I have already preheated my oven to 325 degrees, and I'm using just my medium size cookie scoop, and I am scraping off the excess with these, and I'm going to bake 6 to a sheet. Now, what I do like to do is I like to just kind of press mine down just a tad bit, not flatten them all the way out. But the reason that I do that is because I am going to sprinkle granulated sugar on top of my cookies. If you don't want to sprinkle the granulated sugar, that is totally fine. Now I'm going to pop these into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes on 325 degrees. Once they're out, we're going to let them cool for about 5 minutes on our cooling rack. And then we are going to come back and eat some of the best peanut butter cookies you have ever tasted. Our cookies have cooked. I did cook these for about 18 minutes on 325 degrees. You all look at that. They smell so good. And they are just so soft and chewy. The outside is crispy. Inside is chewy. Couldn't ask for a better combination. You all, these are some good peanut butter cookies. I dare you to try them. Now, when you do try them, make sure you leave your comments, your pictures in the comment section below. Let me know if you like the cookies. Let me know if melting the peanut butter, if that method worked for you. Also, if you want to keep seeing our easy homemade recipes, you all make sure you like, subscribe, and share our channel. I always say this, cooking is as easy or as hard as you make it. But I promise you, if you keep it simple, be yourself, life in itself can be so much easier. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Homemade. And until next time, continue to be great.